Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Bailey, and today we're going to be doing our brand new budget for the week of December 1st through December 7th. I'd like to say welcome back to everyone, and welcome if you are new. I normally give new subscriber shout outs, but I am batch filming today. Today is December 1st, so I don't have any that I can see. So if you've just recently subscribed and your account is public, I can shout you out as soon as I can see it in the app. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started here. So 12/1 through 12/7. And I have to get my iPad. I left it over there thinking I'm not going to need it, but I can't see it without the bills. Okay, I got it. I meant to say I can't see it with the bills are on my iPad. On the app spreadsheet. Okay. So if you see that little glare right there, you guys know what that is. All right. So if you are new here, I do my budget backwards because we are self-employed and we are just recently getting caught up with our bills and, on time. And to be honest with you, this would have been the time that we would have, we had started being 1 week ahead, but when we went to go see my family down in Georgia, my mom mainly, last week at Thanksgiving time, it kind of put us back behind. We're on time, but behind as far as normally we would have had bills already cash stuffed for this week, and we're not. So we have to kind of get back on the grind so that we can get ahead again, which shouldn't hopefully take that long. But anyway, I was saying that we do our budget backwards because we are self-employed. So normally with a zero-based budget, you would already have the money that you earned, and then you would try to write down all your bills and things that you need until you get down to zero. But in our case, we have a budget in mind that we try not to go over, which is $2,400. We like to stay between $2,200 and $2,400. That's with our fixed expenses, our variables, any grocery shopping, any things that we have to do, and any sinking funds that we would like to contribute to, and our extra debt. So, but I don't want to start with $2,400 because I really would like to stay under it, but I just know I don't like to go over $2,400 in a week, if that makes sense. All right, so the first thing that I have for the week is my Apple storage. And that is due on the 3rd. And that is $9.99, so we're just gonna put $10. And then also on the 3rd is Disney, which I'm probably going to get rid of after this month. There's a few things that I want to watch, but I just feel like we don't watch Disney enough. I think my kids do sometime, but they all got jobs. If they want to get it, they can get it. At this point, because I just don't watch it enough. Because it's going to be going up to $18.99. Started on the 24th, so that means on January 3rd I'll get charged $18.99, but as of right now it is still $15.99, so we're just going to say $16. And then also on the 3rd, I'm just going to put it here, I have a credit card that is due normally on the 3rd. You guys just saw me pay it off. I'm going to put $0 because we have a zero balance, but I'm not sure if this has any kind of fee or maintenance fee. Because when I first got this card, I know I didn't ever pay a maintenance fee because I used to keep it at zero, but I don't know if it's a maintenance fee or anything like that once you start carrying a balance. So I'm just going to keep it there at zero just for this month, since this is the first time that it's been down to zero in a while. And then Mr. Bailey has a credit card due on the 4th. And we're just going to put $50 on his. And then on the 5th, the rent is due. And this is for $900. This is where it just hurts my little heart because we would have had half of that already cash stuffed if we wouldn't have went out of town. But I had a great time, so I'm not going to trip about it. Let's see. And then on the 5th, I have 2 cash apps that is due if you, a cash app loan. If you are new here, I explained this yesterday, but this is not something that I would normally do. But I had a major loss in the family this summertime, in the summer, which was my father. And I just was out of it for like a couple weeks. So with me not working, I still had bills and, you know, different things that I had to pay. So I got a cash app loan. I kept it a secret for a while, just getting here and there. That here and there has added up to over $1,200. Now we have it down to almost $800. So if everything goes well this month, we should have it paid down by the 26th of this month. So I have 2 of them that's due this week, which one is $79.81, so that's $80, and the other one is $56.97, so that's $57. And then I have a credit card that's due on the 5th. And it's for $36. And then I have another credit card that's due on the 6th. And it is $25. I'm really sure it's $25. I probably should have made sure, but I'm pretty sure it's $25. Okay. So that is it for this. So let's see. 10, 16, let's go 950, 80, 57, 36, and 25 is $1,174. And this is where hurts my feelings, because normally I can bring this down a bit because I'll have money already in my cash envelopes. Let me just go through this, through my bills, and just make sure it's not something that I forgot. No, it's not. It's not in that one. That's my bills binder. So $1,174 we already have just in our fixed expenses. So now we are going to go to our variable, which is groceries. So by us not buying any groceries hardly last week, because we knew we were going out of town for so many days, we don't hardly have any groceries. So I know I'm going to have to do a lot of shopping for dinner. And it's also a lot of things that I need. Also, I need honey, syrup, some seasonings, you know, plus all of the things that I need. So I'm just going to do, normally I do $150, but I'm just going to do $200 for that extra couple things that I need. Household, I'm going to do I'm trying to think. Mr. Bailey needs some headphones, and they're $20. And I don't want to put it under household. Let's go ahead and just put $60 for household. And then I'm just going to up miscellaneous. No, I'm not going to up it. No, I'm not. I know what I'm going to do. Miscellaneous, we're going to do $20. But then I'm just going to do, let's just do electronics. It's not really electronics, but I could have put personal. I could have put anything. I don't know. But we're going to just go $25 because I know he's going to get the ones that have the cord. He had the ear parts while we were in Georgia, but he lost the part that it goes in to charge. Okay. We need the car maintenance for the Honda, and that is normally $75. It's like $74.95 or something. And then we also need the car maintenance for the Jeep, for the diagnosis. I don't know how you say it, but it is $185. I don't know if it's any change or tax or anything, but that's what they said. And food and drink, I'm going to be going back to work tomorrow, so I'm going to give myself $10 just in case I need a coffee or a sandwich or something, but $10 should do it. And then I have this little like hangnail right here, and it's getting me. And then vitamins. So from last week budget, we still had, let me look on my little cheat sheet, we had $71.16 left. So we're gonna do, hi Tricky. So we're gonna do $30 because Mr. Bailey needs some essential oils and something, I don't know. So let's go ahead and give this a total 200 plus 60, 20, 25 and 75 is 100, 185, 10 and that's 40. So $605. Yeah. Yep. Okay, $605 is what we would need in this area, but at least I got mine in something here. We already have the $30 for the vitamins. We already have the $185 for the Jeep to get out because we did cash stuff that in the previous weeks. And then we also have the $75 for the Honda because we were supposed to get that last week and they didn't have an appointment until this week. So instead of the $605, we have $315 that we're working with. So the $315 plus the $1174 is $1489 that we're working with. So we still have, if I wanted to do the $2,400, we still have almost $1,000 to work with. But because of what's going on with me this week, I'm not feeling like my best, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to work. So I'm just going to keep this one on the low end of what I know Mr. Bailey can make, even though I am going to be going out to work, work. And some of these things I'm going to be working on, but I need to just keep it kind of low this week. So Nick is my grandson. We did borrow from his binder a couple weeks ago, and he only has $100 left, so I need to get that back up. And this is for his birthday. It's a couple days after Christmas, and also our Secret Santa, so I do need to bulk that up pretty soon. So I'm gonna do $150 for him. And then the emergency fund, how much do we have in here? The emergency fund, $345. Let's let me make sure. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 45. Okay, it is 345. Let's just do what I'm thinking about is I have this book here that I got off of Amazon. It is linked down below, and if you do use my link, I will get a little kickback. Even if you can't find something that you're looking for, I think up to 24 hours of you shopping, I'll still get a little kickback. So thank you to everyone that does use my links. But what I've been doing is going from this emergency fund tracker right here. So I would like to color in these last two bubbles. So I have these set at $23, and if I fill them all in, it'd be $1,012. So let's go ahead and do two bubbles, which would be $46. And let's see, Josh is on here, and we pay him an extra $50 for the work that he does around the house. So we have him on there. And then as far as next week, we don't have any bills that's going to be due until like around the 10th of the month. So the only thing that's going to be due on the 8th, which is that Monday, is the car maintenance loan. Not this car maintenance down there, but the one for the Jeep. And we're just going to do $60 because the extra $3. I don't like to put my ones in here because I like to keep my ones for tips in the car. So I'm just gonna keep that right there. 150 plus 46 plus 50 plus 60. Is that 306? Is that right? 150, 46, 50, and 60. Yeah, 306. So $306 right there. You're okay. You got us Josh down here. He must be hungry. Y'all need to eat that pizza too.
Oh yeah.
If you just sprinkle some water on it and put it in the air fryer, it'd be like new. Okay, 306 plus 350. We're gonna go for the 315, not the 605. 315 and the 1174. So we're already at almost $1,800. I would like to keep this somewhere around 2,000 if I can. So let's see. The debt. I want to pay off my next credit card, which is $265.64. I do have that up. And we already have we did this yesterday, so we already have $65 in this envelope towards it that we cashed stuff last week. So we already have the 65. So 265 minus the 65. We would only need $200, but we already have the $25 set over here for the minimum payment. So we would need $175 to pay that off. It's really like $176, but I'm not gonna worry about the change, the extra dollar, because I'm not gonna try to cash stuff that, because I just told you guys about the dollars. So 175. Don't ask me why I put the 2 zeros there and not anywhere else. But I think I'm just gonna keep it right there. I'm gonna start like next week working towards my bills as far as the next week would go, because I'll have like a little bit of well, do I really? Yeah, I do. I could start stuffing towards the next week's bills and the next week's and so on like that after this week. But as far as this week, I'm just gonna take it a little bit easy on trying to do so much. But okay, so altogether we would need 175 plus 306 plus 605 plus $1,174. So that's $2,000. Let's see, $2,260. And let's see, if I was the minus, what did I have already? The 75, the 185, and the 30. Technically, we would need $1,970. So if I did not go to work at all this week, Mr. Bailey could cover everything on here. But I normally try to go out and make the little small bills and the things on this side, the groceries and different things like that. So it won't have to be so much on him. But at least I know we have one bill covered for next week, and then the other bills are not due until like midweek and towards the end of the week. So we should be okay next week with getting caught up, and then starting on being ahead again. So yesterday's video was so long, I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down right now because yesterday's video was almost 42 minutes and this one is almost 20 minutes. So if you did make it to this point, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you can just do me a favor and leave me a comment, even if it's just an emoji. And also, if you have questions about anything on here, I can try my best to answer your questions too. But we are monetized on this channel, so all of the money that we're making in the year of 2025 and 26, we're putting towards our debt. So your comments, your likes, your shares, your hypes, all of those things help with the channel. So thank you so much for that. And I will see you guys tomorrow let's see what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Tomorrow I am going to do rather a debt confession from November, or I'm going to do a sinking funds update for 2026. So you guys let me know which one you would want to see if you made it to this point. The debt confession from November, or what my sinking funds are going to be for 2026, because I really need to start paying for some of the stuff that I know that's going to be coming up throughout the year. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.